Welcome to this special edition of the VAA's HiveMeet. It's very exciting to be crossing live to the Epimondia conference in Copenhagen. I'm Andrew Wotton and we're streaming live to YouTube. As usual, we welcome questions and comments, so you can type them into the chat box on the right of your screen and we'll have a Q&A session towards the end of everybody's presentations. Now I'm going to introduce our production team here in Australia first. So that's Tino Corsetti and Paul Kuchera. So let's bring them onto the screen. Hello, Tino and Paul.
We're going to go live now to the exhibition floor in Copenhagen at Appimondia, and we're going to hear from several members of the Australian contingent who are attending the conference. We're going to be speaking with Chris Frick, Mike Allerton, and Lindsay Calloway. Chris, we'll start with you. I'm gonna greet you with the only Danish word I know, goddag, which is Danish for good day. Chris, how are you enjoying Appimondia, and what can you tell us about what you're hearing at the conference?
I'm on stage.
You're on.
All right, welcome to Appimondia. We're here on the ground, reporting live from Copenhagen. We're going to be going and reporting from some various corners of what's going on. I can't hear what anyone else is saying.
Okay, Mike, perhaps you could say a few words because I think your microphone's a bit clearer than Chris's there.
Sure thing. So this is pretty exciting. This is my second Appimondia. I went to the Chile one, and this is fantastic. More people are speaking English, which helps. There's some wonderful things in the trade hall, and that's where I'm going to concentrate my time. I found two things that I'll highlight to people when I'm in there, but there is an amazing range of products, from cameras using AI to detect varroa, and that way you don't have to do washes, apparently. So maybe we'll see that in Australia at some time. But otherwise, I'll show particularly two products that I find exciting. Over to you, Lindsay.
Lindsay, I don't know if you can hear us, but you're not coming through on your mic at the moment.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm going to go over to your phone then.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Lindsay.
Can you hear us
Close
now?
enough.
Sorry, I was a bit too.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. Just had an amazing symposium on bridging the gap between research and education, which really aligns with our new program, a new grant back at home. We're going to roll out a new education communications program, so that's amazing. I'm going to go to the World Honey Bar and show you around there in a minute. And yeah, it's just it's great to be together as one world talking bees. So thanks, guys.
So Chris, I think we're going to follow you first. Where are you going to be going, or what are you going to be talking about?
Sorry, Tino?
Sorry, I think Chris was going to talk first. Are you going to a certain area of the conference or presenting something you've seen?
Yeah, we're going to go divide and conquer now. So if you guys
Okay, great.
could hold the space for a bit while we'll divide.
Okay, great.
All right.
Perhaps, Mike, you could take up the space for a moment. We're following you, Mike.
Okay. I'm still live. All right.
Yes.
Here I am. So I'm in the trade hall right now, and I'll give you a quick look way down that way and way down that way. There is a huge trade hall, way bigger than you'll get back at the Aussie VAA conference and so on. But one of the favourite places I've found in here is actually a Kiwi right here, Kyle, and he makes the HiveGate. Now this looks like a really simple device. Thanks for holding that up. It looks simple, but simple means sophisticated. So this thing changes the place within the hive that the bees enter. So you put it in the entrance, you close it off so that the bees go down a tunnel effectively and come out under the brood. So that enables them to give much greater temperature and humidity control over their hive. I've talked to Kyle quite a bit about this, and well, people look at it and think, oh, it's a gimmick, but I assure you, after talking about it quite a bit, it is really sophisticated and will be a game changer in how well hives maintain themselves. He said they use 2 kilograms less honey over winter to maintain themselves and come out the other end of it a lot stronger and a lot healthier. They begin building brood much sooner than they normally do because they can maintain that temperature and humidity. So I think this is a game changer, as I said. Keep an eye out in Australia. It's being sold around Europe and I think the States, and we're breaking into. There's one Aussie company.
Mike, without revealing any trade secrets, can Kyle talk about what was his inspiration for coming up with this idea?
Okay, I'll ask him that now. Could you talk about your inspiration for coming up with the idea?
I've been an animal trainer all my life, and it really just came down to me observing my hives when I got into quite a while ago now, 15 years ago or something, and just asking the question, is clustering a normal, natural behaviour? That's what we all know as being normal and natural, but I asked the question, is it actually, is it so? And wanting to be able to give the bees better control over the internal environment. So that's where it sort of started, and it was about a 2-3 year journey, prototyping and testing and asking the questions, and then HiveGate came along as a result of that, and the research continues into the effects that we've seen, what's the data behind that, so that's the work I'm doing now. It's pretty obvious when you look at it and you study what is actually going on. And our initial results have been really good, but now I'm putting numbers behind that. So the work's ongoing. And it's really quite fascinating to see the behaviour change.
Great, thanks, Kyle. So, going over to one of our intrepid reporters, or do you want to continue here for a bit more?
No, well, okay. Thank you very much, Mike. We'll go over to Chris now. So,
Fantastic.
hello, Chris.
All right. Kick off.
You're
Are we live
on.
on me yet?
Yep.
I hear. Okay, yes. Sorry, I think there's a lot of background noise here. But we're over here by where the speaker presentations are in the posters. I don't know exactly how many speakers they have. Basically, you've got 4 days of speakers organized into sessions, basically kind of 4 halls going simultaneously. And they're organized into different topics. So there'll be a session on apitherapy, a session on varroa management, sessions on nutrition. And so obviously I'm very interested in all this science stuff. And you can learn the absolute state-of-the-art things, and then of course ask people any questions you have. And then as well, if we go to the poster, they don't produce more research than one could have and speak about. So they get a lot of posters with lots of information, often the problem is standing in. And so, for example, one right here, see a green isolation with organic acid treatment. There was one somewhere about mechanical methods and Varroa control. And so just if you're really the science of beekeeping and extending your knowledge base, obviously here that was the be discussed. All right, we're talking things familiar faces all around. Yeah, it's just really fascinating. Do you have a favorite poster? Not yes. You know, I'm working. Yeah, so that's taking. So you want to type going? We've got someone from the US here. All right, very good, very good. Want to say anything else before we go to someone else?
No, it's just a row where there's about 100 posters here. It's just great to see all the researchers here introducing their posters. And so we're going to head over to the honey bar now. So you're going to stay with us, Andrew? You want to walk with us?
Yep, we'll stay with you.
Yep. So that's the halls. Yeah, we're in the, like Chris said, we're in the middle of the hall. So I just had the pleasure of listening to Cameron Jack before, our friend from our conference this year. Nearly there, guys.
Andrew, perhaps we can mention that ABIC was approached and Australia
So
was
we're about to enter the
invited
global
to
honey
bring
bar. There's
honey
honeys
from
from
each
all over the
state.
world. We'll see if we can. Yeah, we'll go in and see if we can find Australians honey. So Bulgaria, Malta, Greece, Slovenia, Kenya, some familiar faces. And in the Love Heart, we have Australia. So we've got Grey Box, Jarrah, Red Gum, Blue Gum, Leatherwood. So yeah, they're loving it. They're not much left in there. So yeah, it's great over here, Andrew, and
Okay,
yeah,
well,
it's
thank you. We'll go over to Mike again now, see what he's up to. Mike, we're with you again. You're live?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. So this is another spot that I've found. Let's see if I can get the sign up there. We're looking at Fine Bee's Thermosolar Hive. Now, you know, guys, that I like talking about hyperthermia for treating Varroa, and I didn't think there was another device out there that worked other than the Varroa controller, but I am mistaken. I've discovered this product right here in the background that uses solar and monitoring. It's got thermostats in there to monitor the temperatures and so on. And the inventor is an Aussie, and here he is.
Well, not inventor, but definitely part of the team, yeah. So, Czech manufacturers, Czech innovation, great cars, great beer, and also now excellent hives as well. And it's a very simple process. We know how the varroa behaves when exposed to heat. And what we've done is we've created a very, very well quite easily manage with the thermal input when we pop the top, so to speak. Sun comes in and we create a temperature differential 40 degrees down at the bottom, 47 at the top, so there's this big spike to 47. We cap it, and then as the temperature naturally goes back to operating level, we find that there is a 2.5 hour period where the temperature is above 40 degrees, ergo dead varroa mites in the brood. And then cheekily, about 7 days later, we do a double tap, and we do a second cycle. We clean up the rest of about 10 to 15% that have remained that were originally not in the cap group, but on the adults.
I reckon that's pretty exciting stuff. And they're going to be getting. He's got a dealer in Australia.
We do, yeah. A chap, some of you may know him down in Victoria, a guy by the name of Andrew Stanish, Australian Bee Supplies. He's actually got 2 units already that I brought down there start of this year. So he's doing a road test of these units, seeing how they behave and perform in the rugged Australian conditions and temperatures. And I'll actually personally be back in Australia start of November for another couple of months, helping Dad, who's 82, with his own 7 or 8 hives that he's got, and possibly even road testing one of these babies in our own backyard.
So, guys, that's another exciting option for Australians because we're actually pretty short on options. We don't have many chemicals to use, but this method, we can eliminate chemicals altogether.
All right, thank you, Mike. And now we'll go over to Lindsay again. Where have we gone, Lindsay? No, we've lost Lindsay.
Andrew, perhaps we could just mention briefly that the honey that Lindsay was showing is a creamed honey from the Bendigo region, from Collins Honey. It happened to be the grand champion of the Victorian apiculture competition this year, and we were given the opportunity to send that as a representative honey for our state. And if anybody is attending the Melbourne Royal Show, we have a good supply of that creamed honey for sale. So you can run down to the show and pick up some creamed honey. And it is the grand champion honey for 2025 in Victoria.
Thank you. Okay, let's put Lindsay back. Here he is. He's come back again. Hi,
Thanks,
Lindsay,
Andrew.
you're on. Yep.
Yep, I'm with David from Calvin Trading. So, yeah, it's great to see David all the way over here. He's a big sponsor of the BAA. And, yeah, do you want to say a few words, Dave?
Good.
You going? You having a good time, mate?
Yes.
Yeah. Making lots of contact?
Lots of contacts, yes.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Mondia.
He's enjoying the Apimondia. He's
I'm very happy to see you here.
happy to see us Aussies.
And now I see lots of all the gift here.
Yeah.
I think maybe more than 20 here.
All right. Thanks, mate. Good to see you. All right. So we'll go over here. We've got another Aussie here. We're live.
G'day, mate. Keepers here. How we doing?
Yeah.
We got online.
We're live on HiveMeet, so we're live to everyone.
G'day, HiveMeet guys. Just letting you know, HiveMeet won gold in the innovation category here at the World Beekeeping Awards.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Pretty pumped up. Fantastic.
Yeah. Awesome. Well done, mate.
There you go.
Good to see you. So I'll just do a little walkthrough, show you the magnitude of this flow hive. License the major sponsor. Just goes on and on, guys. Just pretty exciting stuff.
Because you know.
Germany, they're bidding for 2029, I think. Any questions?
Oh. Not at this stage, no. We've got a few stalwarts online. We've had a few problems with the microphones, but we're getting better at this as we go on. And hope people will bear with us. And yeah, we've lost Chris now, and Mike.
Oh, we got Chris.
No, all right. Hello, Chris.
So yeah, it's well worth the trip. Glad we came, I think. So.
Mike, is there Lindsay, is there any idea of how many people are actually in attendance at Abimundia at the moment?
I think they said 7,000. So yeah, pretty massive. Loads of different treatment options, a lot we don't have in Australia yet. So we'll just keep walking and talking.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm going to cross back to Mike because there's a question come in about that product he's just showed. So I'll just switch over to him and bring on the comment. So what was the New Zealand product that allows bees to enter the centre of the hive? We had trouble hearing because I think your microphone is close to your mouth there, Mike, and I think.
Oh, right. So you didn't get to hear Kyle talking much.
I think you have to practically kiss him for him to be able to speak.
Well, that's not going to go. That's not happening. We don't do porn around here. So the device is a simple, high-quality plastic tunnel that you use in the entrance. You close it down, and it takes the bees from the entrance to in the middle under the brood. And you, as the beekeeper, determine where that will be when you know where the brood is. So if it's coming out of winter or it's in winter and you've got the sunny side, the brood will tend to accumulate around the warm side. So you can direct this tunnel so that it comes up directly under the brood, and the bees can control what comes in and very accurately control the airflow, the temperature, humidity, and where the air goes in particular. So the bees form tunnels to suck the air out of particular microspots within the colony. And so this is more control than they ever get with a standard full width entrance. The other side of it is that for things like wasps and even robber bees, they've got to go in through the tunnel and then they meet a wall of guard bees, and they'll often just turn around and go back out, or they'll get balled and destroyed. So that scout wasp won't be able to get back to her sisters to tell this where to come and knock off bees. In a full width entrance, they can just sneak in around the side and pick off bees one by one, and the bees can't defend themselves against that. I've seen that with my own hives with European wasp. So it looks very effective, and he's got masses of collected video, thousands and thousands of hours of collected video watching from underneath, which has not been done before. So he's connected up with a couple of scientists, one in the University of Georgia, I think it was, who's using that collected data to basically do a new paper, a research topic. So it's already a working product and available to buy, but the research continues going on.
We wanted to know the name.
I'm going to get a couple of them myself.
We wanted to know the name of it.
It's the HiveGate.
Right, HiveGate.
HiveGate. Yes, he's the manufacturer as well as the inventor. So look for that. Do a web search; it'll pop up. I think he said he's got an Australian distributor. I can't think offhand who that is.
Okay, great, thanks. Okay, well, perhaps we'll go back to Lindsay now. Lindsay, you're on.
For Ahmed, yeah, I'm just going to hand over to the owner to introduce it. So.
Yes, hello. My name is Dominic. I'm CEO of Vital. We are from Austria, Europe. You see somehow, I guess, in my face. I don't know what you exactly see. I hope you see now the product. Environment has been registered in Europe for the use of bee colonies in spring, so before and after harvest, and also for the treatment and improvement period. It is ready to use. It's a combination of Salic with forming. Forming is giving, let's say, a bit of a boost and empowerment to the Salic, pure forming, so it doesn't have negative effects on forming acid. You can use it at any time, at any temperature. We are looking to bring that to Australia too, by the way. Meeting people like, I just met Lindsay.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that's a dribble. It's got oxalic and formic in it, and you can do it all year round. So it could be handy for us while we're on honey flows. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we should wind things up. It's been a bit difficult to hear things, so perhaps we'll go to just a last question and answer session if we can bring you all back in.
Yep. We'll go find mine.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And apologies about the audio. It's a bit awkward.
Yeah, we probably need to get some handheld microphones and work on that technology a bit. So we're following them along. Let's bring everybody back on stage.
So we're just going to go somewhere quiet, Andrew.
Yep. Okay. Thank you very much. While we're waiting for them, perhaps we'll just.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Thanks for everyone who participated in today's HiveMeet session. It's been really interesting. Here, as you can see, is the latest heat map for Victoria with several new detections. They are becoming a bit spotty, as you can see. And if you want to really scrutinise where the locations are, you're best to get onto the AgVic map online and you'll be able to have a closer look there. The HiveMeet is a VAA program to assist in preparing you for beekeeping with Varroa. Previous editions are recorded and available on the VAA YouTube channel.
Okay, now thank you for that, Paul. Now we've got everybody on screen for just a wind up with Lindsay, Chris, and Mike. You're all on screen, folks, and I think we can hear you. Let's just make sure I've muted everybody. Okay, we should be able to hear you now. Any final thoughts, Lindsay, Chris, or Mike?
It's just fantastic to see everyone from around the world all talk about the love of bees. We've all got different languages, but it's great to see how important bees are to sustainability, mankind, the whole box and dice. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much for speaking to us all. That's been terrific to hear and
really
see you.
That we all have the same language of bees. We'll meet people that we barely have a language in common, and as soon as we start talking about, when do you super, what treatments do you use, when we start talking about the actual management of bees, you can just communicate across languages. So it really is fun how it bridges that gap. And as we know, we realize as talking to these people, every country's got a different climate and regulatory environment. So beekeeping's fundamentally different everywhere, but also there's what's the same. And learning how they do things in different places always kind of gives us insights of ideas we can use for our own beekeeping. So I strongly encourage people to think about attending conferences like this in the future, because you just expand your beekeeping so much. You make all these international friends. I can barely make it across the floor here without running into friends from previous Apimondias and things. It's just a really great experience.
Nice one. I'm not sure I can expand on that. But what I get about this is that we are sharing the information, the data, the experiences of other countries that have had decades of experience with what we're only just getting now. And that is a valuable resource. These guys have been developing techniques and products for way longer than us, of course, and we get to shortcut that system. Even though in Australia we have a unique set of circumstances where we had small hive beetle before we got Varroa, and that's not been the case anywhere else in the world. So that's had an effect on us that nobody else has really experienced. So we're on a learning curve in that regard, but we still have tons of resources around the world, not necessarily legally available to us right now. However, good people break bad laws. Did I just say that on air? I go 120 on the highway sometimes, but I pay the price sometimes. Anyway, I'll steer clear of that. I don't want to upset the people, but you know what I mean.
All right. Well, look, thank you very much to you three
Okay, back to you, Andrew.
for sharing. Thanks very much for sharing your experiences, and enjoy the rest of the conference. And we look forward to hearing from you when you get back. And by the way, I've already booked Mike to come on a HiveMeet in November. So we'll give him a month to digest what he's seen, and then he's going to talk about Varroa and what's new at Epimondia in one of our conventional HiveMeet meetings. Now, over to Tino for the word from our sponsor.
Yes, I'd like to thank our sponsors, BQual and BTrace. They are such strong supporters of so much of what we do at the VAA, and we recommend that all beekeepers visit the BQual and BTrace websites and consider signing up. There are special offers for BTrace, which is designed for smaller beekeepers. So please visit their website, and we thank them for the support of our programs. Back to you, Andrew.
Yes, of course. Next month we have Alan Riak, who is the Education Officer and the former President of the Scottish Beekeepers Association. He has over 30 years of beekeeping experience and coping with Varroa. This should be a really interesting one, so we'll see you then.